Yeah, guys, welcome to an episode of Boxing Views, Boxing Matters. Today we're going to talk about the subjects of how boxing belts were formed, what organisations that started with. This video is going to be called World Championship Belts in Boxing Explained, and I've got a man with me here, Jimmy the At. I'll leave a link in the description down below. If you want to check him out on your Twitter, I'll leave a link down. So he's gonna cover about boxing belts, how they formed, how they started, where they're based. So just a bit of information that you might like to hear. So please leave a like, dislike. But I hope you enjoy the video. I'll pass you over to Jimmy the Axe now. There you go, Jimmy.
Right, thanks, Chris. Yeah, as everyone knows out there, there's many boxing world championship belts. I think most of us agreed that the four main ones, and then after that, there's around 20 odd. And to be truthful, it's usually the champion that makes the belt rather than the belt that makes the champion. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'll start off with it about these belts on the oldest one. Now, there used to be a belt called the NBA, which was the National Boxing Association belt. And in 1962, it changed its name to the WBA, which we know it as the World Boxing Association belt. That is the oldest belt of any of them.
And when did that form?
The WBA became the WBA in 1962, and they're actually based in Panama. Now, what happened was, a year later, there was a bit of a row, and there was a breakaway from the WBA. And the WBC was formed. The WBC, they are actually based in Mexico City. So in 1962, we had the WBA. 1963, we got the WBC. So now, in 1963, we've got two championship belts. I can live with two championship belts. And then, yep, that's it. In 1983, and Mr. Lee tried to become president of the WBA, but he failed.
Why was that? Do you know why he failed?
He just didn't get enough votes to become the president. But he wasn't happy with that, so he decided to form his own association, which he called the United States Boxing Association, which became, they changed the name to the IBF, the International Boxing Federation. Now that association is based in New Jersey, the USA. So in 1983, we've now got three major world titles. Then 5 years later, whoops, the WBO turn up. They form, and they're based in Puerto Rico.
Well, the WBO was not a genuine world title, or was it until the 90s? When was it Frank Warren?
Frank Warren helped him really get recognised. He started letting all these fighters fight for the WBO belts. Now, that was 1988. And right now, everyone knows you've got the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and WBO. They're the four major belts that are universally recognised if you hold, you're champion of the world. Now, after that, you've maybe got the IBO belt, which were founded in 1988. Triple G actually holds that belt, and there's some big names held it.
Down the years, they have, haven't they?
They have that. Now, that's the five major. But universally, you're not recognised as a world champion if you hold the IBO. After that, it's a soup. It's a soup case. You've just got belt after belt after belt.
There's a lot of belts that we've found out. Obviously, you know about anyway.
There is.
I've explain them a bit more.
I will. And after the four major belts, as I say, you've got the IBO, but then comes the WBF. You've got the WBF, which is the World Boxing Foundation, and they were founded in 2004. You've then got the WBU belt. In 1995, an English fella called John Robinson, he founded the WBU. John Robinson died in 2004, and to the best of my knowledge, the president now is a fella called Don Lewis, and it's based in Atlantic City, the USA. Ricky Hatton held that WBU belt. and that's why a lot of people know of it. And Ward held that belt as well. You've also got the IBC belt. I don't know when that was founded. You've got the IBA belt. That was founded in the 1990s. You've got the IBU belt, founded in the 1990s. The NBA belt, that was founded in 1984. You've got the IBI belt.
The list just goes on and on, doesn't it?
It's just going on. You've also got the IBS belt. Now that was founded in October 2010, and their president is a fella called David Gardner, and it's based in Columbus, Georgia. And I think Chaz Witherspoon, who's the son of Tim Witherspoon, the former heavyweight champion of the world, he was the IBS heavyweight champion of the world in 2012. But I couldn't swear that. If you want to hear some more, there's the WBC. The WPBC. There's the GBU belt, which I think is based in Germany. There's the GBC, the GBF, the GBO. The list just goes on and on and on. And you've got the UBL, the UBF. I think Charlie Zeloff, that internet troll, he used to hold that belt. You've got the UBC. You've got the UBO, the UBA. They just go on and on and on. I wouldn't really take any notice of any of them belts by the five main ones that I call the five main belts.
Could you just name them for us, please?
The WBA, which is the oldest belt, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO. They're the only four belts in world boxing where you're universally recognised as champion of the world. The IBO, not a bad belt, but you will not be recognised as a universal champion. And the rest of the belts...
And like I say, that was like with the WBO, wasn't it? Because it only really come into effect as a genuine world title in the 90s when Frank Warren got his fighters fighting for it. Is that right?
The WBO, it started to say 1988. Hard to find its footing because there was three other belts saying they were all world titles as well. But the promoter in Britain, Frank Warren, massive in the promoting of boxing, he started letting all these fighters challenge for WBO belts. That's why you still to this day see, to be truthful, Frank Warren could get me a shot at the WBO Championship of the World. He's well in with them. Just like years ago, Don King was in with the WBC. He could get anybody a shot at the WBC belt. And that's how the WBO, I think, got a good grip into world boxing. And just for your own, a little bit more information, the EBU, which is the European Boxing Union, I know we have the WBO European title, but the EBU European belt, that is the European belt to have. That was founded, I think, in 1945. And then you've got the British Boxing Board of Control. That was formed in 1929. Now, hope that's helped you all. If anyone holds anything but them four main belts, technically they are a world champion in that organisation's eyes. But universally, there's only four where you will be recognised as a true world champion.
And just finally, can you just touch on like the WBC? Because they have like the Emirates and the Diamonds.
The WBC, from what I can gather, they have the WBC Emirates, the WBC Diamond, the WBC Onyx, I can't say the word, that's another one, the WC Regular, and the WBC Silver Belt. It's crazy. People call the WBA. The WBC, they got like twice as many as the WBA. They're absolutely crazy. It's mad. But anyway, as I say, that's if that helps you, the four main belts I've just told you, that's them. The other 20 odd, they're a world champion. I mean, you've got the UBO. That was founded in 2004. Their world heavyweight champion is a fella called Zolt Bogdan. He's from Hungary, and the last time I heard his record was 12 fights, 12 wins, no defeats. But he's only I think he's about 6'2", so he's a very small heavyweight at that.
Yeah.
But that's the UBO World Heavyweight Champion. Universally, not the World Heavyweight Champion.
It's mad how that, a lot of these belts are actually genuine world titles, but the young audience today, they don't really know about this stuff, do they?
They don't. That's why I thought we'd just do this, Chris, because there is that many belts. And I mean, there's some beautiful belts and all. You look at the IBS belt, probably looks better than the WBA belt.
Yeah, and we did have a look at that belt, and it is a really impressive belt. If you want to see that belt, smash the like button, guys, and we'll show you the picture of it. But you could also just go on Google and type it in, and you'll see that belt. It's a really nice belt, so check it out.
Right, that's all I really can say on the matter, except just watch for the four major belts. Don't worry about the rest. Although it's good for the boxers if they can earn more money defending a title, a belt, gets people to come and watch them. Fair be it. But the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO, they're your four main titles where if you win, you're universally recognised as champion of the world. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Jimmy. Like I say, guys, he's quite a boxing historian, really. He knows his stuff about boxing. I'll leave a link in the description below for his Twitter page. If you've got any questions to ask him, I'm sure he'll get straight back to you with them. We're going to be doing a few more videos, so please watch out for this channel. We're going to talk about past boxers, people that were murdered, or was it suicide? It's really interesting to watch, to hear. So we're going to be coming up with that very shortly. But thanks for watching, guys. Please smash the like button, the dislike button if you didn't enjoy it, but I'm glad you viewed it. And yeah, I'm Chris, and that's Jimmy Diat. Take care, peace.